Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to necessarily pick out anybody, and I think no, I don't think that necessarily everybody listening in to this session wants to hear all 19 names,
Yeah.
Run through it. But there are interesting angles from people who are in finance and then in that finance industry. So as you mentioned, Keith was in that sort of financial world and the investment world, investment capital. So, very interesting sort of perspective for him to take a different angle and that nautical angle, like you were saying. Tammy McPherson, who is also in and around that financial sector, that financial world, but she was the author that you'd spoke about, Richard, who started talking about health and the benefit of sleep and making sure that you get enough sleep. We've got people who are entrepreneurs that have built businesses from absolutely nothing, and then came to the end of that and thought, is this really me? Jamie Watkins, essentially hugely successful, created a fantastic brand and sold it, and then sat there and thought, this doesn't really feel like me anymore. So he's then talking about the benefits of meditation and of mindfulness and that side of things. So I think it's what's interesting for me is not just that we've got people who are in technology or in training or in education, like Andrew Powell is, now, and Kanishka Misal, or people who are heavily into innovation, like Dagmar or Philip Oliver. It's the fact that they come up with something that's important to them and their own personal chapter that often is not really related to who they are right now. That's the thing for me that came out as something really intriguing and interesting. That for some of them, it's the area that they work in. I shamelessly wrote about the area that I work in because I love it. But for others, they were writing about things that were completely separate from the area they work in because that is their purpose. That's what they believe in. That's what they love. And I think that's what then comes across in the writing. It's if you reading like Jan Rutherford's, pieces around the critical components of a team, and teams under pressure, or, Kate Philp talking about leadership by little things, and how if you want to lead well, you understand all of the little, background bits to the people that you're working with, not just being in charge. They're all different facets that I found, just really intriguing and challenging.